I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. The Philadelphia 76ers preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. Now, here's Maxey. Out left to the wing. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got the first points on the scoreboard for the 76ers. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Now, here's Vucevic. Picked by Vucevic. To the paint. Just 4 to shoot. Paul George with the steal. Here's Giddey. No good on the triple. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. Pass to George. Here's McCain. Clock at 6. Shot from the top of the key. It's hauled in by the Bulls. To the wing on the left. Back to White. It's up a 3. And Embiid pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Maxey attacking. Crossed up the D perfectly.
That's why you give Maxey freedom to do his thing, because he's terrific at creating for himself.
Here's Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Giddey. And stolen by Maxey. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity.
Boy, good stick-to-itiveness there from George. Sticks with the shot despite the foul that he gets while in the air.
It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
Here's Giddey. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
The Bulls off to a slow start, trailing by 5. Right side, Williams goes up the baseline, and the Bulls with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
You got to get out on that. If you're the defender, Maxey is very capable from beyond the arc.
Williams a screen. Here's White. Pass to Buzelis. Goes back up. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
High post try. That shot misses.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Giddey. It's blocked, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Bulls trail by 8. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's White. A three-pointer is right on target.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Now, here's Maxey. He has 5. McCain's shot is off. Here's Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. For the 3. Rebound by the 76ers.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Embiid gets it to go.
Embiid, such a monster on the inside. He puts a lot of pressure on you.
Giddey with it. On the wing, Williams. Out to the wing. Pass to White. Here's Giddey. He can't hit that time. Philadelphia leading by 7. Here's Grimes. Scoreless thus far. Here's Embiid. Rebounded by Vucevic.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Buzelis hits the three-point bomb.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Buzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. And stolen by Maxey. And here's the fast break. Maxey leading the way. And he makes good on the layup. Maxey's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the 76ers.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition. Racking up steal after steal. Just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Well, how about the transition game, too? I mean, that's been another key for them. Moving the ball quickly up the floor. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Bulls trailed by 6. And here's White. Pass to Vucevic. To the left side wing. To the inside. Now here's Giddey. 5 on the clock. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The 76ers leading by 6. Here's Maxey. Vucevic with the block.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you.
Buzelis with the ball. Driving the lane. And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
Basket good.
Oh, determined shooting from White. Doesn't let the defense push him off on that shot.
Pass to Vucevic. Yep, that one goes. And now it's just a 4-point 76ers lead.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we mean by playing for your teammate.
Grimes with the bucket.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Now Vucevic. Pass to Williams. Launches a three. Good on the three-point shot.
Vucevic really skilled at finding holes in the defense. And his passing ability, while understated, is tremendous.
Here's McCain. Here's Yabusele.
Oh, my goodness! Come on now.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Here's Max after the Bulls pick up two. That one good for two. Maxey's got 9.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
The drive-by ball.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the team.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He doesn't get the second one.
Absolutely stone cold at the line thus far.
And they need every point they can muster right now. They've got to cash in here.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And here are the Bulls now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Back to Vucevic to the right side. Here's Buzelis. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's Grimes. Pass to Council. Left side, Maxey. Stolen by Ball. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And throwing it down, not necessarily Buzelis' game, but don't give him that much space.
And here is Drummond. Pass to Grimes. 6 on the shot clock. .153 left to play in the first quarter. Maxey with it. Now guarded by Ball. Here's Grimes. No good on the three.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And White with the stuff.
Oh, tough play from White here. Hits the foul, but doesn't give up finishing what he started.
Bulls shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Now here's White. After the miss from Tyrese Maxey. Lets the three fly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. White's got 11.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Maxey looking it over. Here's Grimes. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Vucevic. For Philadelphia, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And he's good on the second. There's 48 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside Williams. Left side, Ball. Now Dosunmu. Williams, that's for 2. It's not going to go for him. It's Maxey with the ball for Philadelphia. They trail by 1. Pass to Grimes. Back to Maxey. Here's Grimes. Here he goes. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Kobe White, he's been feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Bulls. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Right back after this break. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
Here's Grimes.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Outside Williams. Buzelis with the ball. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Buzelis has got his 3rd basket of the night. Here's McCain. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Chicago leading. Inside. Dosunmu. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Philadelphia ball. Coming up on the floor for your Sixer. Number 30. Again, Boda.
Here's Philadelphia. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Here's Grimes. The 3 ball. And the 3 ball is good. Grimes has got 5 points in the quarter.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to Giddey. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Grimes. Shoots over Dosunmu. It's rebounded by Giddey. Chicago trailing here. He takes it in. It's stolen. Here's Grimes. 10 points for him. Pass to McCain. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
And Giddey gets it to go. And, Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Drills the three-pointer.
Well, I like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
Smith up top. Williams looking over the floor. Clock at 4. Screen by Smith. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The 76ers leading by 5. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. Here's Giddey. Gets the three-point of the fall. Giddey's got 6.
And not a guy who takes a ton of threes, but Giddey can knock them down if you let him.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The 76ers lead it. Here's McCain. He's got 5. Outside Gordon. George looking over the floor. Vucevic with the block. Pass to Giddey. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Giddey. 6 points for him. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And here are the 76ers now. And there's the drive. A nice shot by McCain.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
And here is Giddey. No one near Herder as he lets it fly. Another 3 for Chicago.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's McCain. 7 points in the game. It's stolen by White. Now Giddey. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Giddey's got 7 points for the quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
Another thing that stands out is how they've contested shots. They're not making it easy for the opponent, and it shows with those block numbers.
Here's White after the Sixers pick up 2. Connects from three-point range. White's got 14 points.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Pass to Gordon. Here's McCain for 3. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Now here's Vucevic. Giddey with it. He's got 8. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Kelly Oubre.
Just couldn't be denied there. Giddey was willing to fight to get that one to fall.
And it's Maxey with the ball for Philadelphia. Trailing by 2. Puts up a deep 3. And Vucevic pulls it down. All by himself. And Giddey gets it to go. 13 points in the game.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Maxey. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Chicago. They're on a 16-7 run. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The 76ers trailed by 4. Here's Maxey. The shot from the low post is good.
You know, Maxey finds all kinds of ways to score, and he knows only one speed. Flat out, all out.
The same day, Clark, that Tyrese Maxey was named to the All-Star game, he scored a career high and was great doing it.
How about that, Kevin? How ironic is that? It was his first All-Star selection, by the way, but this has been the story with Maxey. I mean, he just continues to make great progress in his game. He's a really dynamic young player with still room to grow.
Here's Herter. Finished off the break. Herter's got the lead up to 4 now for Chicago.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Kicks it out to Maxey. In the corner, Drummond with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
It's a close game here in Philadelphia. Here's Giddey. He's got 13. Pass to Phillips. Knocked away. Here's Maxey. And he hits it to tie the game up. Maxey's got 13 points.
When Maxey is clicking on all cylinders, he is a tough guy to slow down.
Here's Herter. Back to White. And shot on the way. The rebound by Yabusele.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Steps back and fires. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
The mid-range, no problem for PG. He's really improved as a shooter.
Pass to Vucevic. And again, no good by Chicago. And the 76ers with possession from deep three-point territory. They get it back. Kicks it out to Maxey. Four on the clock. Pass to Drummond. Here's McCain. Shoots over Herter. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution on the court.
There's 1:54 left in the first half. Picked by Vucevic. With the floater. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Capable of finishing off those alley-oops. Throw it in Vucevic's area, and he's going to go get it for you.
Bounce pass Maxey. To the left wing. Back to Embiid. Embiid just overpowers the defense inside.
Hey, Embiid is used to this. It's second nature to him. That's why he's so good at being able to score through contact.
Here's White. And it's Chicago scoring again. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Back to Maxey. Maxey on the wing. Drains the three-pointer. Maxey's got 16.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to Ball. Picked by Vucevic. Out to White. Buzelis with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Now here's White. Guarded by Walker. Fires for 3. White, good. White's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Bulls.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Locked in, Embiid with the contested shot.
Even when the defense is there, I mean, Embiid still knows how to score.
Pass to Vucevic. Back to White. He gets it up. No good on the last second attempt there. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. 76ers on top. They lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. A 2-point game. For the lead. It's hauled in by George. Now here's Embiid. Outside, George. Back to Embiid. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Ball with the bucket.
Checking out Ball. This guy plays with a pace and smoothness and fluidity that's impressive.
Now here's Maxey. Over to the left wing. Here's George. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Back to White. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Now Buzelis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey.
That's his second.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. Back to Vucevic. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
The 76ers trail. Outside, Maxey. Pass to McCain. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Well, Maxey has proven he's got a good eye out on the floor. He'll spot those gaps in a minute.
Now, here's Ball. The kick out to Williams. Off target from 3-point range.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Williams with the steal. And now the Bulls on the break. Ball with the bucket.
Nice quickness displayed there by Ball. Lethal in the open floor. Actually, that's his best game. Open court basketball. Tough matchup for the D.
Pass to Embiid. Chicago grabs the miss. And here is Williams. He's got 5. White looking around. Shot clock at 5. The wide open look here for Vucevic. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Maxey on the wing. And he can't jam it through.
You rarely see him missing dunk, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And the shot goes in.
Assisted by
White's got 21 in the game.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Maxey with it. He's got 16. Launches it from deep. Kept alive. Another shot. Nice shot by Yabusele.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
White, good. White's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Outside, George pass to Embiid. Floats one, and Vucevic pulls it down. Bulls leading by 3. Clark, we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special talent in Embiid.
Here's McCain. He's got 12. A baseline J, and he hits the jump shot. McCain's got 14 points for the game. Ball, the bounce pass. Pass to Williams. Over George. Rebound by the 76ers. Maxey with it. He's covered by Ball. Here's Embiid. And that one's on target from the wing. He's got 12.
Embiid, a versatile shot maker, showing off his mid-range game there.
Outside, Ball. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Kobe White became one of the top candidates last season for Most Improved Player. He says, I always tried to just let the work show. I wanted to prove that I could be a starting guard in this league. I just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am. Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., love that attitude. The 76ers lead. Here's Maxey. He's got 16. Pass to Oubre. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. Rebound by Smith. Now here's White. He's got 23. And again, no good by Chicago.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that. That's exactly how you win a rebound battle. Get good position and then use your strength to hold on to that position.
Buzelis can't connect from short range. Now George. Oubre on the wing. Three-pointer. Chicago grabs the miss.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you should miss.
Ball, the bounce pass. To the inside. Outside, White. Double by Oubre. There's Williams with the 3.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now, here's Maxey. Kelly Oubre unable to get his last shot to go. Back to Maxey. Rebound by Smith.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's White. It's a big high bounce and goes in. White's got 6 points in the quarter.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Count it. And the 76ers lead by 1.
Hey, we've seen Maxey take the big jump. Now he's one of the game's best scorers.
Pass to White. Back to Ball. And here's White. The kick out to Ball. Now here is Smith. And the shot is good. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
The 76ers trail. Butler feeling out of it. They set the pick. And he drives in. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And here is Giddey. He's got 13. To the wing right side. Outside Williams. Down low. Here's Dosunmu. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And the Bulls lead by 1.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And there's the call on Jared Butler. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to Giddey. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
Drummond with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Giddey with it. He's got 15. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Giddey. Fires the 3. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Grimes. It's all in by the Bulls.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Shoots. Buzelis. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That's his second personal.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And also, guys, they pushed the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
Now here's Butler. Drummond, a screen. Beyond the arc. Smith. Pass to McCain. Second shot opportunity. Butler from outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Butler's got 5.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Now here's Williams. He has 5. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes off.
Outside Butler. Puts it up. They get it back. Pass to Grimes. Here's McCain. Tries yet again. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Bulls lead by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The 76ers trail by 3. Now, here's Maxey. Pass to Grimes. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Now Jones. Now Buzelis. Smith outside. Shot clock at 6. Jones, that's for 2. Rebound Andre Drummond.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Oubre. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the 76ers lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Here's Jones. And that one swishes right in. Jones has got his first basket of the night. And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Here's Grimes. Again, Philadelphia.
Nice playmaking by Maxey, an overlooked part of his game.
And here are the Bulls now. They trail by 1. Here's Buzelis. His 3-pointers off the mark. Outside, Maxey misses the 3.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Smith. Oubre pulls it in. And now here's Oubre. Fast break chance. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
He is a monster on the glass, but Andre Drummond doesn't just have size. He's also developed really good timing and instincts that help elevate his game.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
He missed a chance to put him up by 3. You know he'd like to have that one back.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to Vucevic. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. 5 to shoot. And here's Vucevic. Takes a three. And Embiid with the block.
Big fella getting a little angry. Embiid, a force at the defensive end.
From deep three-point land, McCain's shot is off. Left side, Ball. The kick out to Williams. Oubre with the steal. Pass to Embiid.
The constant evolution of Embiid's game, really impressive. A credit to his work ethic. He continues to get better, becoming a bigger threat with his improved arsenal.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size is arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
To the paint. Power down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
5 on the clock. Here's White. The kick out to Ball. The three. Drops in the tray. White's got 28.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
Here's McCain. Pass to Grimes. That's short off the rim. Chicago trailing here. Here's Buzelis. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And you'd like to see Buzelis use that size inside rather than just settle for the jump shot.
Back to Embiid. Ball's knocked loose. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Yeah, Ball snuck out there capitalizing in transition, but his speed, part of that equation too. Good job by Ball.
Here's McCain. To end the run. Chicago grabs the miss. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking.
The kick out to Williams. White, wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Pass to Grimes. Lets it go with the three. The second chance effort. Rebounded by Vucevic.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Buzelis with the ball. Back to Ball. Shot clock at 5. Shoots it up. And Embiid pulls it down. 76ers trailing. Pass to Oubre. And the jam by Oubre.
Oubre extremely focused that time, was not going to be denied.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Free throw, good, Oubre. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Chicago. An easy 2 points on the layup. Ball's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, Ball doing a nice job using his size down in the post, rising up above his defender to get that one to go down.
Inside, Embiid. And Embiid throws it down. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Here's White. Sinks the three-pointer. White's got 12 points in just the second half.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
There's the screen. Here's Maxey. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Buzelis.
And Maxey is fearless on the drive. Just dares defenders into fouling.
Maxey hits them both. And here is Ball. Pass to Vucevic. It's White on the wing. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago.
Oubre putting those long arms to work. Manages to get a hand on it.
Here's McCain. Shoots over White. And he recovers it. Here's McCain. Just 5 to shoot. Embiid inside the line. With that miss, he's now made 6 and missed 6 from the field. Here's Ball. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. That's 12 points for Lonzo Ball. Pass to Embiid. No holding back. Embiid takes it in.
Joel Embiid on top of things there, folks. Recognizing a big possession and commanding the ball.
Outside Ball. Buzelis with the ball. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Here's Giddey. Lock at 6. Outside White. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. White's got 14 points here in the second half.
And right now, White red hot. Just everything he puts up seems to go in.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. Let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. He loves what they're doing in the paint. He said if they're not stopping us, keep doing it. Keep going after it down low. So they'll keep pounding it inside, guys.
Thanks, David. Now here's Giddey. Pass to Phillips. Back to Giddey. Tries the spin move. And the shot goes in. Giddey's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bulls.
Oh, stone cold stuff there from Josh Giddey. Big time shot in the moment.
Maxey, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. It was maybe a step out of his range.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Vucevic possesses what I call a throwback big man game and really is most comfortable operating from this area of the court.
Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
So great seeing Maxey come through in the big spots, continuing to evolve right before our eyes.
Pass to White. 2:37 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 4 on the shot clock. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Giddey. Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny. Here's Grimes. Fires the three. Drills it from outside. And it's now only a 1-point Bulls lead. Now Giddey. Left in the fourth quarter. Let's a floater go. Herter with it. Maxey covering. And the ball's tied up, so he'll have a jump ball. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. 54 seconds left in the fourth. Outside, George. Going inside. Back to Maxey. Maxey on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
And the Bulls making a change here. 32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. They lead by 1. Takes it inside. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Embiid.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot. Boy, the and one is big, making this now a 2-possession game.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're behind by 4. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Pass to Maxey. Good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Tyrese Maxey with a big-time play down the stretch.
That's right. No other option but to foul and look for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
Shooting for Chicago.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game. So it's Philadelphia now.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
So the Bulls win it. A narrow win under